Today, I'm going to be talking about the Extreme back button attachment versus the $200 Scuff controller. I'm going to be showing you guys how to program it, which one's better, what the pricing looks like on each one, and overall, which one I think would fit you the best. So, let's get into it. Let's start off talking about the Extreme back button attachments. Now, this is the controller that I am currently using right now. This is what it looks like. It kind of got that Spider-Man feel, and they have a bunch of different colors, and that is the actual back buttons right now. I have that mapped to circle and I have that mapped to X, and it honestly it fits almost perfectly. So let's go ahead and look at the pricing for this one. Okay, so what you want to do is go onto Amazon, and we have a bunch of them that are all listed, and they kind of range from which ones you guys want, but I would definitely get the metal buttons, that's for sure. So let's go ahead and look at this one. They are, like I said, they vary in price. This one's 37 bucks, which is honestly, it's a lot better than the 200 you're going to get with a Scuff controller. Now, this is what it all comes with. You can actually get a different back to it. So, let me show you real quick. So, this whole back is actually not what came with this controller. This is just a regular blue controller with this back that comes with these back buttons. So, let's go ahead. Now, this one actually shows you can get a grip with it as well. So that little texture grip, I think that is honestly very cool. And I've had several of these because a lot of the PS5 controllers like to get stick drift, and then you just have to change them out. But the good thing about these is all you have to do if you do get a new controller is just take this back off, which is not very hard to do, and then just re-put this back onto a different controller. I mean, it's really not that hard to do for what the price is. So yeah, this one has the grips. That's pretty sweet. Let's go back and look at some others. This one is $30.99, so $31. Let's also look at this. And they have a bunch of different colors. Like look, they have just plain black. They have this like chameleon purple blue, which I've actually had this one, but I had to get a different one. They have a like kind of a gold, chrome gold, and they have clear. They just have a bunch of cool colors that I think would fit almost every controller, and you can kind of customize it to, like mine kind of looks like Spider-Man. So I think that is actually very cool. Now I do want to show you guys actually how to program to which button you guys want for these back buttons, because if you guys do get it, it is extremely easy. So all you're going to want to do is there is a little button right here. You're just going to hold that in and you're going to see a red dot blinking here in a couple seconds. All right, now you're going to want to hold down this, hold down your button, hold down the button you want, and you'll see it blinking, and then just hold this back and you will see it go away. And now that button, whatever button you just held, is actually programmed to this button. So I mean, it's as simple as it gets right there. I mean, I think for $40, we are onto something. And if you guys haven't checked that out, I would definitely go look at it. So now let's get into the Scuff controllers. All right, so we are on to the Scuff website, and this is kind of the customization options that you can get. Like you can get the 4 rear paddles. At the Extreme, you can't do that, and which, in my opinion, I don't think you need 4 paddles. I think 4 paddles just kind of get in the way. But if you are someone that's used to 4 paddles, Scuff might be the way to go. And you can do also like 5G keys, 2-side action buttons, which I've never used, so I'm not too sure about that. They also have a mobile app, which is pretty sweet. I do kind of like that. You can also get different like thumbsticks, like the magnetic precision engineered to resist stick drift, which is also a plus because the PS5 controllers now that we have do get stick drift a lot. But so let's go down into pricing. So as you can see, for some reason they're all white out, but they all have $219 pricing on it from 240, and then it'll just keep getting expensive. So let's go ahead and look at one just to show you a example of one. So this is kind of what it looks like, and so you got the 4 buttons right here, a button right here, button right here, button right here, button right there. So honestly, I don't think that's a bad option, and you got that side button, which honestly I would like to test out that side button because I wonder how it feels. And honestly, they give you a nice, pretty good grip as well, but I mean you're also taking all that customization into the price. You're also paying $220 for this controller. So I'm not really sure too much like if that's really worth it. I've had Scuff controllers in the past, like especially on the PS4. They were really big on the PS4, and I did like those. But then I found the Collective Mind Stripe Pack. If you guys didn't know what that is, and if you're on PS4, I'd highly recommend to go check that out. But ever since I got these extreme rate back buttons, I have literally never went to a Scuff controller ever again. So let's get on to actually programming the Scuff controller. I don't have one right now with me, so I can't show you personally, but I can show you exactly how to do it. So the Scuff actually has a mobile app, and you can do a total customization for your iOS or Android device. So I do think that is a pretty cool thing to do. I wish Extreme Rate had that because I think it is much easier. Now, one thing I do want to say is that if you do go the Scuff controller instead of the Extreme Rate back buttons, you actually don't have to put together the Scuff controller at all. It literally just comes in a box and you're ready to play it. And so I think that's a very cool thing to do. Now with this, you actually have to take off your personal PS5 controller back and then just replace it. Which once you buy a back like this and the back buttons, which they come together, so it's no big deal. They actually give you all the pieces to connect this with, and they give you tools to pop this back open. And it's honestly, once you get used to it, the first time it might be a little confusing, but after that, it is super simple. And there's videos on how to do everything, on how to disconnect this, how to put it back together. I mean, it's fairly simple. One thing I do want to clarify with the extreme rate back buttons is once you buy this, this whole back will come in with this package. So you don't have to buy this, the back piece and that and all the other pieces. Once you literally just buy this, you will have the complete setup to actually get your back buttons attached to your regular PS5 controller. And as you can tell, they are wireless too. They work wireless, unlike the PS4 versions of the Collective Mind Stripe Pack. You had to have them plugged in all times. This is wireless. So is a Scuff. Scuff is wireless as well. But let's get into how they actually feel and which one would fit you better. So on the extreme rate, they literally just fit like that, and you'll be clicking it with your middle finger. And honestly, out of all the back buttons I've had, from Scuff to the Collective Mind Stripe Pack to this one, I honestly prefer this one over every single one of them. And especially with the price, you cannot beat it. Now, the Scuff controllers, yes, you can have more back button attachments, but I feel like they got in the way with almost a lot of my fingers, and especially with four, they kind of get a little bit more, jam packed in there, and they're kind of harder to press every one, and they're also a little bit smaller than that, the extreme rate. So, which one should you actually buy? And in my opinion, I think I'm going to go with the extreme rate back button attachments here because, in my opinion, I think they fit out of all the other back button attachments the absolute best. And honestly, it before you guys go buy a Scuff controller, I would honestly just get the extreme rate. They are, $40 and below, so it's not really hurting nothing. And for a great, back button attachment, it is well worth the price. And I promise you, they will have to last a long time before they break because I've never really had one break on me. I've just replaced them because I wanted a different color or so on and so forth. Now, if you guys do like the more customizable option, Scuff is a good way to go. They are good controllers. You can customize them a lot better. But in my opinion, for the price, we all just don't have $200 sitting around just to spend on a controller. So in my opinion, go the extreme rate first. If you guys don't like that one, it's $40, and then you can go all the way up to Scuff. Now that's going to be today's video. If you guys enjoyed, and if this did help you, make sure to leave a like and a subscribe, and peace out.